Welcome back to ARBS 2026. I'm Sandra Rossi and I'm at the Camfil stand where the focus is on indoor air quality. And as we know, indoor air quality has never been more important, and one company that's always been at the forefront of IAQ is Camfil. So I'm here today with Jonathan Bunch, who's going to talk a little bit more about the Camfil stand and what's been happening in the IAQ space, particularly in relation to standards. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here. I mean, Camfil, first of all, we think that clean air is a human right, and that's the premise of everything that we do. Like you expect for food, like you expect for water, you expect to have air that is clean to breathe. And there's a number of studies out there showing us that the health benefits of having clean air are quite significant, and also the productivity benefits as well of having clean air, and it helps us think better and clearer. So it's really exciting that recently the Australian standards have recently come out with a higher level of filtration required for building design, which has recently been introduced as legislation in Victoria on May 1st around through the NCC.
That's fantastic. That's great news. It's something that we've been a bit slow to act, but now that it's happening, it's good news.
Oh, absolutely it is. And I think it's a challenge as well for people to understand how to comply with the new standards, and also what is it going to do for us as well. With the old standards, the filters that were allowable in our buildings when they were designed were actually not that great. They did a job, but that's, it's from a standard that's over 20 years old. And one of the most harmful particles that we see are PM1 particles, which are particles smaller than 1 micron in size, and those filters would remove them at around a 1% efficiency. The new standard requires filters that remove it at 40%, so almost 40 times more.
Oh my goodness, that's such a big improvement.
It's a huge improvement, and obviously it's great that it's a government run initiative as well to improve that flaw. But obviously questions arise, well, how do we do this new filtration and not cost heaps of energy or heaps of money?
Of course. So what's the most important thing that people need to do?
The most important thing they need to do is actually understand the new filtration standards. So instead of using numbers that we might have heard before, G4, F5, which don't really mean a lot to most of us, the new filtration standard says it's going to be 50% efficient at 2.5 microns, and that's what it does. So it's very simple in a sense. When you buy a filter to the new standard, it'll tell you exactly what it does on the label, and the standards ask you to comply to a certain rating, and then you can easily match up the filter that will do that for you.
I imagine you're leading the way in the market.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the standard doesn't require existing filters to be upgraded, so existing buildings can continue to use the old filters. As much as we'd love for all of our health and well-being, the law is only talking about new buildings. However, we do have filters that can comply with the new standards. And if you are smart with your design, intelligent with your design and selection, we have filters available that can meet that high level of filtration, but actually use less energy and cost you less than the old ones. So it's going to cost you nothing, and you get a much better result. You protect your people in your building, everyone's happy.
That's great. Well, we're going to actually have a look at some of these products and their applications. Let's go. I'm here with Stefan Martirana from Camfil, and he's going to talk a little bit about the products that we have here at the Camfil stand and their applications. Okay, Stefan, where should we start?
I think we should start with one of our key products, which is our High Flow and High Flow XLT. This is our high energy efficient product, which is the market leader. So this is definitely one of our marquee products that we are keen to show the industry.
How is it used? What are the most important applications?
So these are primarily into HVAC systems for buildings and commercial buildings, etc. And so they'll be mounted in air handlers. So these products give a high level of energy efficiency, but also provide you with a high level of clean air. We've got some molecular products down here. So this is more into corrosion control and for odours. So basically, if you have an industry or you have an environment where you need to protect it against corrosion or bad noxious gases, we've got products that we can do that in this. So these would be our city pleats and city flows. We've also got some unique products and new products as well.
Okay.
which is from a company that we have acquired, which is Bion. So this is a product that goes into the fruit and vegetable transportation. So what that does is it prevents your product, be it cherries, be it kiwis or grapes, it stops it from over maturing, and it also stops fungus growing in the box. So it gives you, it protects you from the supply chain.
That's a great product. How long has that been available?
It's been around in Europe for quite a few years, but it's part of the stable in Camfil recently. So we're actually quite excited about that because it's kind of a new market for us, and it brings in a whole different industry in terms of fruit growers and harvesting. And yeah, we're quite excited about that.
That's great. So now you've got the whole market covered, actually buildings as well as, yeah, that's great. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Stefan, for taking the time to chat to me today.